Hi, my name is Stephen Gauci and welcome back. In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to practice dominant 7th chords and minor 7th chords. So in this video I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. But for fuller explanations and discussion about how to practice chords, please check out the previous video, Introduction to Practicing Chords, okay? And I get a little bit more into it in that one. Okay, so now we have dominant 7th chords, okay? So dominant 7th chord, we have the root, we have the third. So when I say the root again, I mean the first note, okay? Then we have the third, and then we have the 5th note, and we have the flat 7th, okay? So what this means is if we're playing a C scale, so we start on low C, and then G is the second note, E is the third note, F is the fourth, G is the fifth, A is the sixth, B is the seventh, and then C is the octave. Okay, so here's the C major scale. Okay, and then we have the root, the third, the fifth, and instead of playing the 7th, which would be a B natural, we play the flat 7, a B flat. So there's your dominant 7th. That would be. Okay. Again, when I practice these, I go from the lowest root that I can play to the highest root that I can play. And for the purpose of these videos, I'm excluding the altissimo range for the most part. Okay, so we're just going to go up to a regular high C, and I start on a low C. So that would go like this if I were running them. I'm tapping like this, and I run them in 16th notes. Since it's a 4-note chord, so it would be da 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 da, like that already. And 3 and 4. Now we go into F7. B flat 7. Now E flat 7. And 3, and now A flat 7. C sharp 7 and 4 now. Now F sharp 7 and now B7. E7 and ready. And A7. And G7. G7. Okay, so we want to practice these chords in the cycle of fourths. Okay, this way, you know, we're not wasting all the many times we're going to have to go over these to memorize them. Okay, so our ears, we're training our ears to hear in the cycle of fourths, and we're training our fingers to move in the cycle of fourths. Okay, your fingers are developing a technique that's actually going to be useful when in the practice of improvising, okay, where we're constantly going to be moving in fourths, because 2-5-1s, that's just going up fourths, that's all it is, okay? Let me see, one more thing. There is a PDF that goes along with this video where I illustrate, I write out the dominant sevenths and also the minor sevenths, and I illustrate exactly how to run them. So please go to my website, skypelessons.gauchymusic.com. There's a link at the end of this video, and you can download the PDF right there. Okay, thanks. Now, let's move on. Let's go on to minor sevenths now, okay? So the minor sevenths are pretty much just like the dominant sevenths, except we flat the third, okay? So we have C is the root, right? And then instead of E natural for the third, we have an E flat, okay? So we're flatting the third, okay? And then we have G natural for the fifth, and then we have B flat for the seventh, and it's the flat seven, okay? So we have the root, C, the flat third, which would be E flat. We have the fifth G, and then we have the B flat, flat seven. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I run these. Okay, and I'm going to go through them in fourths again, and you can do this at home. Okay, so 2 and 3, 1 and F minor. And B flat minor 7. And E flat minor 7. And A flat minor 7. C sharp minor 7. F sharp minor 7. B minor 7. Whoops, sorry, and E minor 7. And A minor 7. And G minor 7. And G minor 7. Okay, and that will put us back into the beginning. The cycle of fourths brings us back where we started to C minor 7. And that's how we practice that. I just want to talk about mistakes, okay? So I made a mistake for you right here on camera, and there's no need for me to do an edit and fix it and all that, because being a good player has nothing to do with not making mistakes. That's just not the way it is. Okay, we continue to make mistakes, and the thing is, when we're practicing repetitive stuff like this, okay, we have to repeat this over and over to memorize it. Okay, it's very important that your fingers know this. Okay, it's not good enough for you to know it in your head. You have to just be able to play it, just like I did. Okay, it can be slower. Okay, this is fine. and so forth. That tempo is fine. It doesn't matter if it's fast or slow. It's the forward motion. Okay, you have to stay in there. You can't stop between chords and go get a cup of coffee, have a cigarette, whatever. That's not going to work. It's got to go right into the next. You count the rests. Ah, rest, rest. Next chord. Okay? You're training your fingers to move in the cycle of fourths. They're developing that technique that they need to do that. You're training your ears to hear in the cycle of fourths. Okay? But also, it's a great thing. So when, you know, what happened was I recall I was playing the B minor 7 chord and it cracked the first time I went down, okay, in this video. Now, so that's a great learning opportunity right there, because when that kind of stuff happens, you know, you're going to have to practice these chords over and over. So the next time, be aware what happened. That B, low B cracked, and it has to do with, well, it can have to do with the reed, right? Maybe the reed was dried out, or it can mean there's not enough breath support, or maybe you have to kind of scoop up under the note a little bit more, okay? But when we're moving in the cycle of fourths, so I was going from an F sharp, I guess it was an F sharp minor 7th, right? And then I went up a fourth to the next chord was a B minor 7th. So it was moving in that cycle, in that progression, where I made that mistake. So it may have something to do with that particular jump. But it's a great opportunity to deal with things as they come up. So I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to start on the F sharp minor 7th, and then I'm going to go into the B minor 7th, and let's see what happens with that low B. But now I'm ready for it. Okay. I'm sorry, that was a try, a minor 7. 2, 3, 4. See, right there. There it is. Ah, that's... Okay, in my case, my reed seems to be drying out, and it has to do with the temperature in this room right now, okay, the climate, where I am here in Brooklyn. And so, but that's not an excuse. It means that we learn how to deal with these things and compensate for them with our breath, with how the shape of our mouth, everything. Okay, and so these exercises, when we're repeating chords over and over in order to memorize them, they're a great opportunity to deal with all that other stuff. The other thing you notice is that my tone is big and full on these, you know, just because I'm playing this repetitive thing, just because it's not a song, you know, I'm not just kind of like, you know. Okay, big full sound. Alright, so that'll be it for today, and please check out the link at the end of this video. You can go to my website and Skype lessons.gauchimusic.com and download the PDFs. I'll be illustrating all this for you guys on paper so you can follow along with it at home. And I'll see you the next time. Thanks, have a nice day.